Have you been?
Can see.
Oh, sorry.
Can we see the ourselves?
Yes. Okay.
Over your leg.
Hello, greeting everyone. Welcome to Almond Got Tactics Season 3, Episode 1. This is our Professor Louis and our 高校长 Almond Cole.
Hello，大家好，大家好，
Happy Wednesday.
各位朋友大家好。今日又嚟到9號啦喎，咁我哋有10幾日冇見啦。好高興今日見。今日最好嘅咧，我哋有件事啊，一開始第一時咧，我哋請咗一個非常重要、非常突出嘅朋友嚟參加我哋嘅節目，就係 Professor Louis。仲有第二件事咧，就係我哋 Priscilla 想偷飲水，都俾人睇到。
我重量級的嘉賓。
重量級我就不敢當了。其實最重量級的就是這個 Mr.
千祈唔好咁講，千祈唔好講。你睇人哋又瀟灑又高大又靚仔，點個叫做中咧？唔係中，係瀟灑又顯得非常有地位嘅朋友上嚟幫我哋撐下場，介紹下睇下有啲跟住阿嘢。
真的我很榮幸能上你的節目，不過我有一個小小的要求，我的中文實在是太爛了，所以我想要求用英文來跟你交談。
OK，please go ahead。
那我們可以好像雞同鴨講這樣，你用廣東話，你用中文，我用英文。
Priscilla 可以解釋下嘅，all along 我哋嘅節目一開始 right from the start，because I'm a Cantonese fully 100% Cantonese， 咁咧我就用廣東話，新加坡叫廣府人，我唔係廣府，我係廣東，所以我哋廣東廣西，咁我哋係廣東話。咁 Priscilla 因為100% 新加坡人，所以咧佢就新加坡嘅傳統 English
and Chinese and English。
所以你係既然係新加坡嘅 professor，of course please feel free to speak your Singlish or English。我哋大家開心溝通。今日有你上嚟咧，我哋真係好高興。咁因為 Almond 成日都講話有計，其實聽下 Professor Louis 嘅計可能仲多，將我哋譬如我哋嘅生意啊，或者我哋嘅人生啊，去帶到更加高深嘅另一階層。所以
I'm just very happy to be here today. Thank you so much, Alvin, for inviting me.
It's really our honor to actually have our Professor Louis to join us. So Professor Louis is actually the Associate Professor of Marketing Practice at the Nanyang Business School of NTU.
Thank you. Yes, actually, we don't have to be so formal. We know each other for many years. I remember a few years ago, you were actually our sponsor. SC International was the sponsor at our Asia Business Summit of our school. And I remember at the time, your company printed all of our program brochures. And it was very nicely
多謝你嘅支持同埋。
And not only that, you were also on stage, being interviewed.
講起上嚟真係有啲汗顏即係當嗰日300幾人喺度我初都諗住唔係好咩嘅，但係上到去其實有啲腳軟嘅。
Talking about sponsorship, right? So SC International not only sponsor for NTU program, so we are also giving bursary awards to all the polytechnics in Singapore. So this is some of the actions that actually SC International has been giving back to the society. They are part of our CSR, corporate social responsibility.
And you were one of our close industry partners. And besides sponsoring that event, I remember very clearly we also did a video case for the company. And you appeared in our video. I remember you were talking about how you started this business, the printing industry, how you grew the business over the years, how you made this a very successful business, but also there were challenges because at that time, you were facing a lot of demanding customers. Customers wanted smaller prints, smaller quantities, better quality prints, and there were a lot of people saying that the printing industry was becoming a sunset industry, but in the video, you made it very clear. You have this very powerful line that the printing industry is not a sunset industry. There's only sunset management, no sunset industry, right? So that was something that I remember very clearly.
Yeah, we try that。其實老老實實講，成功就唔係啦，我哋咩 successful 唔係，只不過係天空裏邊一粒小塵，咁啊做下少少嘅生意，同大家即係話我哋都有100幾廿人嘅企業，咁都有為自己或者為個社會出咗一分力，咁就雖然呢個係勉力，冇咩用嘅，但係都係叫做真正做下嘢。咁啊，你又太抬舉我啦，我哋真係唔係成功嘅公司，只不過係都有。暫時好似今次呢個 Covid 咁嚴重，我哋公司 touchpoint 我哋仲企得住，咁啊大家仲有糧出，有飯食，我已經覺得於言足矣，個心都好安慰。咁但係咧，作為做生意一個生意人咧，我哋有 ambitious， 我哋覺得仍然要 come back 咧，我哋要繼續努力做好啲，所以咧我哋就諗到個話，既然得閒啦，又唔飛得啦，咁啊做個 Facebook 嘅 program 去跟下大隊，既然潮流興FB Live， 我哋有一齊啦。咁啊做咗2個月之後，哇兩個幾月啦咁。如果淨係我同 Priscilla 講都唔夠吸引嘅，咁今日第一次啦，咁好彩一開始就請到Professor 上嚟，同我哋大家傾下偈，推廣下睇下有啲乜嘢心得喺生意上啊。或者人生上啊，或者喺我哋所有事業嘅發展係應該點樣行嘅，咁梗係揾咗個。
I'm very happy to be here because I can see that everything is going very well in your business despite the pandemic that we are facing.
Thank you.
And there's one big reason. That's because the founder himself is so passionate about the business. And you believe in this business, believe that printing brings value to the market, it brings happiness to your customers, right? So it's the passion that drives the business.
And we also believe that whenever there's crisis, there will always be opportunity.
Yes,
nothing give up. It's always have hope.
Yes. Talking about passion, so the government recently started this Made with Passion mark. For Singapore brands, right? So there were quite a number of Singapore companies that were awarded the Made with Passion mark. Of course, those are consumer goods services companies. But I believe that any company, like even SC International, as mostly a B2B company, is definitely also made with passion, right? Look at Mr. Alan Cole.
哇 ，professor 就真係 professor 一嚟就即刻我哋講真正嘅，因為 I think because professor are always in the marketing subject， 所以passion 就係 part of 我哋做 marketing 同埋做 branding 最需要嘅嘢啦。所以你嘅意思就係話俾大家知道 ，passion 咧 is 我哋必須嘅 foundation.
Because when you have the passion to do something, you work very hard to excel. Right? You will be very sincere serving your customers, bring in the best customer.
And this is so coincident that in SC International, one of our core values is actually passion. So we believe and we always share with the staff that only when you really like what you're doing, then you're able to do it best. So having a passion, be passionate about what you're doing, have care and concern in everything, and innovate, and also have forward thinking. So this is actually the core values of SC International.
聽咗你好多課堂。
Yes, I attended your class too.
所以佢可以做你嘅 good student， 佢可以講得出有一部分嘅你嘅心。
I think this Made with Passion mark is very important. It's a very good initiative.
Yeah, it's definitely more than a trademark on paper.
Yes, because in the past, we used to pride ourselves, as Singapore companies, pride ourselves on technology for ourselves, quality product, good infrastructure. But what's behind that, right, is the real human passion, right? People behind the brand. We have many good examples of passionate companies, right? So the one that I can immediately think about, this company that was set up by my student, one of my ex-students. She's not on the list of being a passion mom yet, right? But if STB were to ask me to recommend, she will definitely be one of them.
Oh, okay.
So you know what she makes? You use makeup brushes, right? Do you care about what kind of brushes, what kind of material?
Definitely, you have to be environmental friendly, you have to be easy to clean, you have to be hygienic, you have to be cost effective.
What about cruelty-free brushes? Brushes that are not made with animal fur, the production process. It's not. It's cruelty-free. It's something that you can use with peace of mind, right? So one of my ex-students, it's been a few years now. I haven't been in touch with her for some time, but I know that her company is doing quite well, and she's marketing, she's selling this line of cruelty-free makeup brushes.
So this is something that actually drives her, that gives her the passion in doing what she wants best.
係啊，最近我識到個朋友，佢個太太佢哋都係有錢人，咁啊佢就唔係好香港嗰啲最近你唔知唔知香港突然間第三波第四波出現就係因為嗰啲有錢嘅太太去跳舞，咁跳舞咧佢唔係真正嘅跳舞嗰種跳舞，係去揾嗰啲比較夜晚嗰啲，咁啊佢哋唔係嗰啲，我哋唔講今日唔好講呢啲先啦。咁我識呢個朋友咧，就佢哋。個太太亦都係即係佢哋好有錢，咁佢哋去做生意，好似你咁講咯。咁但係做生意咧，佢又做其他嘅生意，但佢有一個habit就話，任何 related animal 嘅嘢，譬如你咩 Hermes 啊、香港 Gucci 啊，我哋好多話用 leather 嘅，好多女仔中意啊，或者女性，佢話唔得，一切有 animal 嘅嘢都唔可以，佢唔可以接受，咁啊，所以啊。你想食沙邊係咪鬧鬼嚟嘅？咁但係咧，下次咧咁樣，我成日同佢講嘅，你哋唔食唔緊要嘅，你係停咗個巴場落嚟，我食嘅。
And my student, she's happy in what she's doing, right? She knows that there are competitors out there that can sell very, low price brushes made with unknown kind of materials. You can't even trace the source of the materials and so on. But she is able to, hold her stand.
Yes, 呢個世界需要有啲咁嘅朋友去做某一種事，我哋先第一多啲選擇，第二真係幫到個社會嘅。
咁但係 animal cruelty, actually the other part that I actually look into is actually the packaging. Packaging about how you sell the brush, how do you actually present it, and how do you put it on the shelf. So that's actually a very good thing that like whenever I go to Japan, you will always see a lot of very beautiful brushes in packaging boxes. That's really wanting me to buy them actually too.
Oh yeah, talking about Japan, even if you go to the supermarket to buy a stick of skewered meat, right? The yakitori, maybe 200 yen. How much is 200 yen? Right?
About $6.
They will wrap it up in very nice layers of wrapping paper, colorful paper, and tie a ribbon to it, so that you can enjoy.
我哋去到日本，其實你話200 yen 或者你入到個 shop 本來係好平㗎，但佢個 packing、佢嘅 design 同埋佢哋嘅 service，俾你感覺到你唔捨得走，咁啊200，你可能買咗 few thousand 出嚟，或者 even 20,000 或200,000 出嚟，咁就唔係200,000。It's because of they make things passionate with a nice design, innovation design, and the service, and especially when you go off 嘅時間，佢90 degree bow down， 係你又多，咁會真係令到你感覺到好舒服。咁其實可能就係 professional 講嘅 personal。
Yeah.
marketing 第一，你嘅 blending 係你點樣去做，咁唔係淨係 innovation 就得㗎，仲要有 personal。所以今日聽你講係啱嘅。咁仲有要聽多啲你講啦。
So in Japan as well, I remember very clearly. There was one time my wife and I went for holiday. It was at a countryside. And so we stayed at a traditional Japanese inn, you know, the ryokan. Yeah, so upon checking out, we were driving out of the hotel, you know, with a rental car. So the staff of the hotel, the general manager and the two front desk staff was sending us off. So we drove off in our rental car. It was a long road out of the hotel. And as we drove out, I could see from the rear view mirror that they were waving at us, right? Yeah, because the road was very long, right? And we had to wait until they lose sight of us.
Yes, that is the kind of service, the kind of gratitude they actually have. Yeah, so this is something that we don't mind spending on our money too.
Yeah, and guess what? Somewhere in the middle of the road, I decided I needed to set my GPS. So I stopped at the side of the road and I did my setting on GPS. So and then I looked back at the rear view mirror again. I saw the manager and the staff running. No, they were running towards the car. So I don't know what they were you know, running for. So they came to the window, I went down the window, and they asked me very thoughtfully, what's going on? Is there anything wrong we could help?
哇！即係呢種 service， 呢種咁嘅 warm 嘅 hospitality 係真係要學。咁實際係 Japan 就係 well known in this 啦。咁台灣啦，台灣都學咗好多係咁樣。所以即係 recently 呢20幾年嚟嘅Japan 啦、台灣啦，咁包括新加坡啦，咁泰蘭啦，佢哋都係可以做到呢一個。咁新加坡雖然咧就可能冇泰蘭或者台灣同埋 Japan， 新加坡其實都真係唔錯，尤其是教訓一直喺度俾好多 support 出嚟，啲 marketing 或者啲innovation idea support all the enterprise and company 去做，我覺得我哋有機會追上嚟嘅。
Yes, we can learn a lot from Taiwan. I also remember very clearly. We went to Taiwan and I went to this shop that sold umbrellas.
Umbrellas.
Yeah, so umbrellas are just umbrellas, right?
Yeah,
it's
true.
just to shelter you from rain.
唔係啲鬼股有時 umbrella 可以太貴。Sorry.
The staff in the shop was so passionate about the umbrellas that they sold. She was telling me, 你来到台湾买雨伞就对了。我们台湾的雨伞是世界上最棒的。
是吗
？Then she went on, you know, 5-10 minutes telling me all about the design of the umbrellas. She would let me try all of them, and you know, they are so proud of the things that they are selling.
其實呢個就係一個 training 嚟嘅，即係話，如果嗰個manager 或者個 owner of the shop or the product 能夠 train 到provide all the training 俾個 staff 去 personal and love the product, love the shop, love the customer come in. I think 呢個真係 the best personal.
Yes.
The best business.
Going back to the brand, make the passion kind of So one requirement definitely is that the passion is reflected to the sales presentation
Yes.
to the staff. And whoever is selling the product is to show the kind of love and the kind of belief.
Yeah, so actually running a business, not just that your goods have to be good, but about the people that you actually have, the staff that actually believe in what you're actually selling, and of course the packaging that you have to look nice, and then the service that you actually provide. So it actually encompasses a lot of different sectors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, that is not enough. Right? Behind the scene, there's a lot of planning involved.
Yeah, definitely.
So as you think about how you're going to make your customers happy, you must first be able to picture the customer experience. To be able to map out from the beginning, when the customer is already thinking about needing a product, stage where customer searches for the alternatives and then come to your shop to make an inquiry and then discusses the options with your staff, then makes the purchase, and also after the purchase, what's going on after the purchase, the customer experiences, problems with the products, and so on. This whole journey is a journey that you need to map out. And then as you map out the journey, you think of touch points on the journey, where perhaps the customer is very happy with the service, very delighted. But there could be also points on the journey where the customer is frustrated, the customer is annoyed.
有啲係好似我哋咁啦，懵懵正正。
So this is what we talk about design thinking.
Exactly. Yes.
This is the design thinking that we have been doing, and the government has been promoting this thing to a lot of companies.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it could be a very simple thing.
Yes.
So for example, the customer calls the company, and the receptionist happens to be bad mood, speaks a bit rudely to the customer.
But now
And
this
that
is
will
a
be
down one. Please press one. Please press two. Please
There's a
press
reason. There's a reason. I can't answer you.
Of course, with automation, a lot of things are digitalized.
Yeah.
But all the more you need to design it in such a way that the customer feels it's a seamless experience. Right?
其實我哋亦都講下，即係既然講下咧，我哋有啲嘢好 amazing。嗱 Japanese 佢哋 well known 嘅唔要 tips。但係我哋覺得俾咗呢啲 service， 俾咗呢個，我哋以為有時我哋會諗嗰個人係咁樣，我哋想show our gratitude 俾啲 tips 啦，諸如此類。但係Japan 唔要。even 台灣有啲地方都唔要，以前China就絕對唔要添，但係China個 service compare to Japan 係真係好差嘅。咁而家其實China個 service 都唔錯嘅，咁但係我就唔係好明Japanese 成功能夠令到佢哋咁係點樣訓練出嚟嘅咧？咁佢可能就係你咁講，頭先我哋講過，就 train 由 personnel 去 train 落去，俾佢哋好愛佢哋自己嘅公司，佢哋嘅 product。咁仲有你俾佢 tips， 佢覺得唔需要多餘，我哋唔敢要，亦都唔需要，因為呢個係 naturally 我做嘅。例 Y 就點咧？你喺美國，頭先你講話有個人送你上車出去，唔係啊！我哋喺美國都係嘅。我嗰次有一次，我個朋友我哋去食飯，我好日嗰日冇我份啦，咪我都黑餐。我兩個朋友佢哋去食飯，食完飯之後，咁佢哋照俾 New York 俾咗15% 之後，佢覺得好喎呢間 restaurant 15% 俾一啲，佢走出去咯。佢話點解又行咗兩條街咧？仲有後面個 waiter 佢追住你咧？佢以為好似你咁講啦，Japan 咁送客送到咁遠，佢話唔係啊，佢出到埋嚟差啲執住你個心口咁講，Sir。What's the matter? What can I do for you 㗎嘛？嗰個我朋友就話，what did I do wrong？ 點解你冇 tips 俾啊？佢我明明俾咗15%㗎啦喎。佢話sorry 啊，我哋要20% 先得啊。咁哇爭啲揼佢咁，你諗下，但係佢嘅 service 真係冇㗎喎。咁但係佢一樣成功我哋講，咁你又真係有時真係激死。但係佢就係攞住好啦。咁但係如果真正 sell naturally 嘅human or whatever。I don't think they will success. For long term, 美國點都唔夠 Japan 或者Japan 或者 China。
Actually, we can be open-minded, more open-minded about this. Tipping is okay. I have no objection to it, but it needs to be a process of exchanging nice gestures.
Exactly.
It's not about transaction, right? It's not
being
the
forced.
waiter expecting 15% or 20%, and if you don't give, you're in trouble. But rather, the waiter or the waitress gives the best, right? And
Yes.
then you feel happy giving maybe a little bit of a token of appreciation.
係啦係啦
Both parties are happy.
冇錯冇錯，
Yeah.
咁先得㗎嘛，係咪？
Yeah, and it's a good feeling, right?
而家我哋即係等於做生意，希望個 customer 翻嚟啦，唔係 force 佢，你下次唔翻嚟我揼你啦。
Yeah, so the customer is also happy spending.
冇錯冇錯，所以真係作為一個 marketing 嘅 course 啊，好多嘢需要學嘅，唔單止你有 innovative idea 啊、innovation and also you need to personal and also human touch， 呢個好重要。
So actually out there, we have a lot of viewers and fans. They're actually from SME companies like us and also new startup and entrepreneurs. So if they want to learn more about all these things, about having such exchange, where do you think they can find? Or where do you think they can go?
Yeah, Professor, NTU.
To contact us
Yeah, welcome to
and
NTU and
come and talk to
yeah.
us, come and interact with us. We're always happy to meet with our industry friends. In fact, we are very proud of the fact that we have very close relationships with a lot of companies, Singapore SMEs included, and we work in partnership with them, whether to learn about a particular topic and research together, or we can even do a class project for the students together.
So I believe
we can
yes.
run an event together.
I believe ESG, all these will support those SMEs to start take up your course or and partner with you, all right?
Yes.
Or Singapore ESG or what is it? Not,
Yeah.
yeah.
So and our doors are always open.
Yes.
Yeah, I myself I'm also serving on the school corporate external relations committee, and I'm all the time talking to different companies as well.
Sure.
咁就好啦。咁我希望大家今日亦都聽到Professor Louis 講我哋做 marketing 係需要有 personal 同埋我哋嘅 branding 同埋我哋嘅 image of the company。咁如果再需要聽多啲，我哋時間即係哇差唔多啦，哇又夠鐘啦，差唔多。
Yes, we really thank Professor Louis, Associate Professor of Marketing and Practice at the Nanyang Business School of NTU. And of course, to share with us about the Made in Passion, which is something that I believe that all business owners and even management should really have this passion in what they believe in and what they do. Yeah. So before we actually end off, I actually have special things for all our supporters today.
因為我哋咁難得請到 professor 上嚟，所以咧我哋今日所有attend 嘅朋友咧，我哋都有特別嘅禮品，我哋有特別嘅禮品送俾佢。咁但係咧，我哋準備安排咧，就由Professor Louis 去安排點樣送出。咁因為我相信Professor 有佢嘅一個方式方法，想送俾大家留多啲 memory. So Professor Louis.
So of course with a professor here, you're not going to give away these things so easily. I need to give you a quiz question. So in order to qualify for this gift, you have to write a message to define what passion is in your business, right? Or in your life, in your work.
Yeah.
Right. So just write maybe 1-2 sentences.
Sure.
That's interesting.
A good answer, we will
give this free to you.
Give this free.
Yeah, so this is actually a mask holder. Previously, we actually mentioned about this mask holder that we can actually provide for a lot of people. Yeah, so we can actually put in our mask, the used mask and also the new mask. So I believe
money.
the Chinese New Year coming, right? So I believe some of you have already been visiting some of the restaurants and also country clubs. So if you happen to see this around, ta-da, this is done by SC International. Please give us your support. Yeah, so like what Professor Louis actually mentioned, so just give us a line or two-liner about what do you think passion is to you, and drop it down to our Facebook message or even private message us. So we actually have 10 to give it away. So like our very, very good supporter, Shara, you know that we actually shifted office. Yeah, so definitely this is something for you. So give us your answer, leave it down on our private message or even to our Facebook message.
係啦係啦，咁咧就好多謝大家嘅支持。
嗯。
咁我哋今日送呢個出去咧，亦都係希望俾大家更加留念啊，同埋開心。所以咧呢一個face mask 咧，暫時市面上咧係好特別嘅公司先有嘅，所以希望大家我哋樣樣都行先嘛，行船爭解難。個 face mask 我攞先，咁咧大家去第一時間攞到，咁咧你就可以行到去邊度都有個 mask 報得，咁就唔使話唔知將個 mask 擺邊度，又塞落個袋或者穿喺隻手咁複雜啦。好，咁就我哋嘅時間真係好夠啦，延遲啦，多謝 Professor。
Thank you again, It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
我哋希望下一集你會再嚟啊。
Our next episode will actually be on 2 weeks later, the Wednesday 23rd of December.
係啊，其實如果我哋仲有我啲朋友一陣間，你哋可以寫上嚟，或者有啲咩問題，我哋都會要求 Professor 一一解答。另外，如果你再想聽啲乜嘢，你都可以寫上嚟，我哋盡量安排，或者 Professor 有啲其他嘅subject 都想講嘅，咁你哋問到佢可能會安排佢嘅colleague或 whatever 或者朋友上嚟大家 share 下，因為我哋呢個節目係最重要係 share 冇錯，係 share and share 呢個係我哋而家做人最好嘅目的。咁做生意咧，而家最好係咩咧 ？Build and sell。OK， 真係好過時啦，多謝 ，Good night， 多謝，拜拜。